You are not inconsistent. You've just been trying to follow plans that were never designed for your life in the first place. And most people never stop to question that. They assume that the issue is them. I just can't stay consistent. I always fall off. Why can't I just follow through? So they try harder, more discipline, more pressure, more rules. But nothing actually changes. Because the problem isn't your effort, it's the plan you're trying to execute. Let's look at how most people's plans are built. They're built from your ideal day. The version of your life where you wake up with energy, you have uninterrupted time, you are focused, nothing unexpected happens, everything fits neatly to plan. But that's not the life we're living. You're living a day that moves. Things run over, energy shifts, people need you, your attention gets pulled. And when a plan is built for a life that doesn't exist, of course it doesn't hold. So it starts to feel like inconsistency, almost like you are failing. But it's not. It's a mismatch. And this is where I want you to separate two things that get blended together all the time. Last month, we spent a lot of time talking about capacity, how much you are carrying, how much your system can actually hold. But this is different. This is about what you're expecting of yourself to execute on top of that capacity, right? So we're beginning to build a little bit because you can understand your limits and still build a plan that ignores them. That's where people get stuck, okay? They create structure based on intention, but try to live it inside of reality. And guess what? Reality always wins. So instead of asking yourself, why can't I stick to this? I want you to ask something more useful. Was this ever designed to actually work in my real life? That question is going to change everything. Because now you're not evaluating your willpower, you're evaluating your design. And design determines repeatability. Here's the shift. If something only works when you feel motivated, you have extra time, or you're at your best, that's not a system, friend. That's a scenario. And scenarios don't repeat, which means your behavior won't repeat either. Which means consistency is never going to be built. So instead of trying to become someone who can push through anything, what if you build something that holds up on an average day? Not your best day, not your most productive day, but a normal one. So that might mean shortening the time, reducing the scope, removing unnecessary steps, creating more flexibility, not as a compromise, as alignment. Because consistency isn't built through intensity. It's built through repetition. And repetition only happens when something actually fits. So if there's something right now you feel like you can't stick to, don't rush to fix yourself. Look at it more clearly and ask yourself, would this still work on a day that feels really real? And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because if your plan doesn't match your life, it will always feel like you are failing at it. But when something is built to fit your life, you don't have to force yourself back into anything. You return to it naturally, repeatedly. And that is exactly where consistency actually lives. If this shifted how you think about following through, I want you to stay with this series this month, Because understanding why things don't stick is just one layer. Learning how to build something that actually does, that's what we're stepping into next. So if you're committed to building consistency that actually holds, subscribe and stay with these conversations. I'll see you in the next one.